し来い。
The first thing that I want to go over are the differences between an open and closed stance and what you can get away with in open space. A closed stance is where one fighter is facing towards the camera with their chest, and the other fighter is facing away from the camera with their chest. An open stance is where both fighters' chests face the same direction, either away from the camera or towards the camera. So here are some clips of the same combo in an open and a closed stance, and you'll see how when it's in an open stance they connect, in a closed stance they whiff. If you're paying attention to your opponent, you can see if you're in these open or closed stances and ultimately pull off these max damage juggles, but you need to make sure that you are in an open stance for them to work. So let's take a look what happens when you knock your opponent down and what stance your opponent will get up when they tech. If they tech away from the camera, their chest faces towards the camera. If they tech backwards, they stand right back up in the position you knocked them down in. If they tech towards the camera, their back will always be facing the camera. If you need to switch your stance, these moves will change your character's stance. Now that you know how to switch your stance, let's go to a 2-1-4 P plus K combo at fast stagger escape. If your opponent staggers fastest, they will get out of this. The reason why I'm showing you this is most times opponents won't even realize the situation they're in until it's too late. They have to be staggering like a fiend to get out of it. So if they're not staggering like a fiend and you catch them back turn, you can also pop off this combo. Now there might be a situation where they are staggering at fastest, and you can kind of test the waters at 4P. If they are staggering at the fastest, finish the combo, get your damage. If they are staggering at the fastest, you can always pop off this guarantee. I also wanted to show you a new method of doing the double palm instantly, faster than my last method, and that's buffering in 3346P. It will immediately execute, making juggles a lot easier. I also want to go over fuzzy guarding. The technique is inputting 334 or 33 hold. And what this does essentially is it creates an option select for the computer to decide for you. It is going to block low attacks, mid attacks, high attacks, and duck high throws and avoid low throws if executed correctly. So while you're fuzzy guarding, here's another technique. If you're using the input 334, you can use that to delay a double palm. So you would input 334, hold 4, and then hit forward punch. You've got maybe between a second to 2 seconds you can hold on to it before popping off a double palm. So let's move on to a move I know nobody uses. H plus K, fully charged P. The knockback on this move is 5 meters. That means you can blast someone across the screen into a breakable and get yourself a guaranteed juggle. Pretty cool, but the breakables don't end there. If you're not in line with the breakable, you can always sidestep P plus K them right into it. Speaking of sidestep P plus K, you need to be able to capitalize on wall damage. That's on normal hit, and I've taken out more than a third of their life. you have two options with those juggles. If you can get a punch, low punch, high punch DLC, go for that. I'd also like to point out that high kick counters, mid punch counters, mid kick counters, and low kick counters all go through breakables. In this section, it's time to call our boy Kenny Loggins, because we're in the danger zone. Prepare yourself for bounce juggles and extended combos. Thanks for watching, and always keep brushing up on your tech.